Did you know that you've been using your Widex Allure hearing aid without using its full potential? And that all changes today. Most Widex Allure hearing aid users have absolutely no idea that three massively important features have just been unlocked. And I'm not talking about a tiny bug fix, I'm talking about T-coils finally being activated, Sensogram activation, ooh, what's that? And a brand new comfort program. Well, it's not new because it was on the old hearing aid, so they've now reinstated that into their settings. And by the end of this video, you'll know whether you need to update your hearing aids immediately or whether this makes no difference to you whatsoever. For context, I run one of the largest independent hearing clinics in London, and because we're independent, we work hands-on with every hearing aid manufacturer, including Widex, every day. In a recent poll that I put out there on YouTube, it seems that there weren't many viewers aware that this firmware update even exists. So I've taken it upon myself to share this news with you today, and I would love to know if you're already using the Widex Allure hearing aids. Were you aware? Were you not? Or have you already had the update done? So let me know in the comments beneath today's video. If there is a resounding no, then I need to go back to Widex and advise them to work on their comms. So the big question is, what three things have changed and does it impact you? Well, starting with the activation of the Telecoil. If you've recently been somewhere with the loop system installed and wondered why your brand new top of the range Widex technology won't connect, well, it's all because it's installed, however there's no way of turning it on, which meant that you may have been wearing these hearing aids with the loop system installed and compatible hardware, but you just couldn't use it. Why Widex? I do not get it. Well, this is the best thing, in my opinion, about this firmware update, because you can now activate the Telecoil, but before this will work, you will need to visit your audiologist to update your firmware and then add the setting onto your hearing aids. What does this mean in practice? It means better hearing in churches, theatres, and any public space with a built-in loop system. However, that's not all this update is about. For the decades, yes, I am sorry to admit this, but for the decades that I've been involved in audiology, Widex have always prided themselves on their sensogram for the initial fine-tuning of their hearing aids. Yet, for the first time that I've known, they omitted it from their setup process. I don't get it. Well, I think that they've learnt that this was a mistake and they've reintroduced it now, with Widex boasting that it ensures a more precise and individual first fit, minimising the need for fine-tuning after time. So, if you think that there's room for improvement with your sound quality of your hearing aids, it's time to visit your audiologist and ask them about the sensogram. But of course, I promised you 3 updates. So, have you ever felt that your hearing aids were a little overwhelming in certain situations? Maybe a busy cafe, an airport, or a family gathering. Well, another omission from Widex's latest release of Allure hearing aids was their comfort program, which is a favourite setting for a lot of my Widex users on previous generations of this technology. And the thing is, not every environment is a speech performance situation. Sometimes clarity isn't the goal, but comfort is. And if your hearing aids are constantly trying to optimise speech in every situation, that can actually increase listening fatigue. So, if you head back to your audiologist, they'll now be able to activate this setting so that with a single click, the overall gain will be reduced and comfort noise reduction is activated. So instead of enhancing everything, your hearing aids will soften your environment. So, is this update revolutionary? No. Is it worth a visit to your audiologist? Absolutely. If you want access to the loop system, if you want more comfortable listening in certain scenarios, and if you want to ensure that your hearing aids are optimally set, then definitely. On the other hand, if you're happy with your set of hearing aids, then I wouldn't rush. But here's the real question. If Widex can unlock hardware that was already sitting inside your hearing aids, what else are manufacturers holding back? Check out my full review on the latest technology available in 2026 here.